Uh-oh.
You okay?
Oh, shoot.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 shocking RuPaul's Drag Race moments.
This is the easiest choice that I have had to make this entire season.
For this list, we're looking at the most surprising things that happened on the US version of the show, its All-Stars spin-off, and Untucked that had us gagging. Since there are eliminations and winners included on this list, consider this your spoiler alert. Which of these shockers had you gooped? Sound off in the comments below. Number 20. Chanel nominates herself. RuPaul often asks the competing queens one dreaded question: who should go home tonight? And first season contestant Chanel makes no bones about who among the final four she thinks should be eliminated.
I'm so glad you asked me this question.
To everyone's surprise, the Las Vegas queen nominates herself. She voices her displeasure with RuPaul and the other judges on the main stage, telling them she feels undervalued.
Since day one, I have been judged really hard, and I'm very frustrated that you can't see the personality, because I am so real, you have no idea.
No one is more shocked than Ru, who tries to convince Chanel that she does see and appreciate her.
You are beautiful. You are really beautiful.
Thank you.
Once she lands in the bottom two, the queen gets her wish, being sent home after a lackluster lip sync against finalist Rebecca Glasscock. Number 19. Adore Delano taps out. Known for her grungy looks and easygoing nature, Season 6 Libra and runner-up Adore Delano is one of the show's most beloved queens.
So excited I can pee.
Fans were eager to see what she was going to bring when she returned for All-Stars 2, but she found herself receiving harsh critiques in the first main challenge from Michelle Visage in particular.
This is the 14th Street dress, like that doesn't fit you. I don't care if you're gonna give me your hog body line or whatever it is. It's just, I expected more for you.
Afterwards, Adore realizes she's not ready to be back in the pressure cooker that is Drag Race. Despite interventions from both RuPaul and Michelle, the queen sticks to her guns and stays true to her aesthetic. She decides to tap out during the second week of competition, leaving her fans and fellow competitors stunned.
I know that not everybody is gonna agree with me, but
Number 18. Violet Chachki's snatched waist. The Death Becomes Her runway theme from Season 7 brought some of the series' most creative looks to date. But none of them impacted the judges like Violet Chachki's impossibly corseted waist.
Oh my god.
When she rounds the corner with an extreme hourglass figure and an oxygen tank, Ru gasps, which is ironic considering Violet probably can't breathe much at all. Guest judge Ariana Grande is left dumbfounded as well.
You might have been playing a dead person, but we were living.
The eventual Season 7 winner reveals in her voiceover that she is numb from the waist down, but no one ever said drag was easy or painless. Number 17. The jury twist. At the finale of All-Stars 3, Ru brings back the eliminated queens for the last runway presentation.
And guess who's back in the house?
The eliminated queens are back.
However, we soon learn they're not just here to watch. They're actually here to vote. Each eliminated queen sits on a jury that will decide which of the 4 remaining queens should be in the top 2.
There's gonna be eliminated queens who choose who won the most challenges. There's gonna be eliminated queens who choose their friend.
The Survivor-esque twist on the game proved controversial, especially since it shut out fan favorite and frontrunner Shangela from getting a chance to secure the crown. One thing's for sure, the choice definitely got people's attention and made waves. Number 16. Shangela returns. Speaking of Shangela, the first time she appeared on Drag Race, she ended up sashaying away in last place.
Good luck, my dear. Thank you. Now sashay away.
Thank you all.
But then, in the first week of Season 3, the queens get a Christmas surprise when she pops out of a huge gift box, shouting her unforgettable catchphrase. RuPaul's announcement that she's joining the competition catches her fellow competitors off guard and doesn't sit well with everyone, which makes the entrance even funnier. Shangela and her box became a part of Drag Race lore, and the iconic entrance would be referenced and parodied for seasons to come.
Bleaching the blonde like Pamela, and I'm stepping out the box like Shangela.
Number 15. RuPaul vs. Pearl. Most of the time, pre-challenge check-ins with the queens provide a chance for RuPaul to get to know the contestants better. But this season 7 face-off between the host and Pearl over the latter's supposed lack of charisma is one of the tensest moments in the show's herstory.
Pearl, you do not have a very big personality. How are you going to overcome that for this award?
I think that I have a great personality, actually.
A stare-down commences, and Ru is clearly irritated when Pearl delivers her now infamous retort.
So there's something on my face.
The contestants' difficult time on the show has been well documented since. But viewers only got to see a small fraction of the story, and had little context for her near walk-off.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
Number 14, Sharon Needles versus Fifi O'Hara. Few queens got on each other's nerves like Sharon Needles and Fifi O'Hara.
I thought it was kind of sloppy just to...
Because I told you to do something that you're good at?
Tensions boil over during the season 4 episode when Sharon tries to apologize for throwing Fifi under the bus to the judges. The latter contestant, however, has no patience for the season's resident spooky queen.
Because of me. Because I told you to go in your closet and dig out that goddamn gothic look.
The two launch into an argument that soon devolves into digs at each other's drag. They deliver insults that have since entered the Drag Race lexicon.
Go back to Party City where you belong.
Watching the argument unfold for the first time on air was as thrilling and dramatic as any soap opera. Number 13, Jujubee hyperventilates on stage. Emotions can run high on the main stage, especially when queens end up in the bottom with a friend. During the first All-Stars season, teammates Raven and Jujubee lip-synced to Robyn's Dancing on My Own.
Does she love you better than I can?
Their rendition is a complete heartbreaker because they love each other dearly. Delivering a duet instead of a duel, the queens cling to each other for support, and tears are shed all around.
I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the guy you're taking home.
But when Jujubee sobs so hard after the tune ends that she begins to hyperventilate, the action has to stop while she recovers. It's a beautiful and authentic moment from one of the franchise's most unforgettable queens. And yes, both she and Raven got to stay. Number 12, Monica Beverly Hills comes out. After failing to deliver during the Week 2 challenge of Drag Race Season 5, Ru and the judges can tell Monica's head isn't in the game. The queen breaks down and begins talking about a secret she's been holding in since she entered the competition.
Monica, tell me, what's on your mind?
It's true what you're saying. There is a lot going through my head.
When she tearfully tells everyone that she's transgender, the queens rally around her in support.
I feel like I'm not being myself. Every day is hard.
I invited you here because you were fierce. You deserve to be here, and that's why you're here.
Ru's words clearly mean a lot to her, and they seem to give her the strength to slay the lip sync. Although she wasn't the first trans queen featured on the show, she was the first to speak her truth on the main stage. Number 11, the first double sachet. Season 5 also features another Drag Race first, the double elimination.
Ladies, I've made my decision.
In episode 4, the queens are tasked with recreating RuPaul's life and career through the art form of ballet. The week's bottom two, Vivian Panay and Honey Mahogany, have to lip-sync to the classic Britney Spears hit Oops, I Did It Again. But oops, they forgot to bring the energy. After a disappointing performance from both queens, RuPaul announces to a shocked studio that she's sending both of them home.
I'm sending you both home.
It's a jaw-dropping moment that's been repeated, but will never be topped when it comes to shock value. Number 10, Ongina's HIV revelation. For this challenge, the Season 1 queens are asked to put together screen tests for MAC Cosmetics' Viva Glam campaign, where proceeds are donated to help those living with HIV/AIDS. When Ongina's inspirational commercial earns her the win, she is completely overcome with tears on the stage.
Ongina, you're the winner of this challenge.
It turns out the challenge is especially personal to her because she's HIV positive herself. It's a vulnerable and very real moment, which is all the more impressive when you consider that the show was still in its infancy at this point. Needless to say, it cemented Drag Race in the hearts of its viewers and made Ongina a fan favorite.
You have to celebrate life. You keep going, and I keep going.
Number 9, Laganja Estrange's meltdown. She feels very attacked.
Yeah, I feel very attacked. Relax, relax.
Laganja Estranja made an impression from her very first episode, but as season 6 continued, some questioned whether she was putting on a persona for the cameras.
You do this thing, okay. I want you to strip down that affected facade that is there. And the few times that I've seen you not do that, I've started to warm up to you.
This came to a head during the Untucked segment after the Drag Queens of Comedy challenge. Once Bianca Del Rio brings it up to the group, Laganja faces a barrage of questions and comments about her supposed inauthenticity. It does not go well.
Are you aware of like the two kind of different personalities that we're talking about?
No, Courtney.
All right. The queen fights back until she becomes so flustered that she has to leave the room.
I'd like to leave. I'd love to leave.
It remains one of the most heated moments in Drag Race history. Number 8. Sasha Velour's Rose Petals. As Sasha Velour and Shea Coulee compete in the grand finale's first ever lip-sync smackdown for the crown, they seem evenly matched despite their two very different styles. However, eventual winner Sasha soon begins a series of reveals that include hidden rose petals in both of her gloves. That alone has us living, but the queen is far from done. The pièce de résistance, of course, is the bunch of petals she lets loose from under her wig. The crowd's ecstatic reaction says it all. This moment was not only incredibly unexpected and exciting, it was also a game changer. Other queens would attempt to replicate the magic, with varied levels of success. Number 7. Shangela versus Mimi I'm First. Shangela's iconic speech is still warmly remembered by fans.
I don't have a sugar daddy. I've never had a sugar daddy. If I wanted a sugar daddy, yes, I probably could go out and get one because I am what? Sickening.
But her frustration came from a very real and very intense argument with fellow Season 3 queen Mimi I'm First. After receiving a critique on the runway, Mimi's style of drag becomes the topic of conversation among the contestants.
It was a lot of the same. And you're different?
When Mimi accuses Shangela of having a sugar daddy, it is immediately obvious that she's just pushed the wrong button.
Time out. Hold up, sweetheart. Let's get it together before you want to read.
And what follows is intense. Between Shangela's spirited monologue, Mimi's stunned silence, and cocktails being thrown across the room, this Untucked segment pretty much has it all. It continues to blow our minds. Number 6. Asia O'Hara's Butterflies. After Season 9's finale lip sync, the Season 10 queens probably figured a stunning mid-performance reveal was the way to win RuPaul over.
Ladies, this is your last chance to impress me and save yourself from elimination.
Finalist Asia O'Hara planned to release live butterflies into the theater during her performance. In theory, it's a great idea. In practice, it's something else. The creatures hidden in various parts of her costume are uncooperative and aren't able to fly when she releases them. Asia's desperation becomes evident when the gimmick doesn't work, and her flinging the lethargic butterflies into the air makes it even more mortifying. There was only one thing that flew far away here, and it was the queen's chances of winning the crown. Number 5. Drag is not a contact sport. When India Farah and Mimi I'm First find themselves having to lip sync for their lives, it's clear that Mimi is intent on stealing the spotlight. It is deeply uncomfortable to watch her stumble out of her costume and place herself in front of India so the judges can't even see her perform. The latter queen's response, to head down the stairs and position herself in front of the panels table, initially seems like a good way to get things back on track. But the opposite ends up being true as Mimi lifts India over her shoulders and hauls the screaming contestant back up on stage.
Get her off of me!
No one likes a dirty lip sync, and Ru swiftly eliminates Mimi for her antics.
Drag is not a contact sport.
Number 4. Willem Belli is disqualified. Willem Belli inspired lots of conversation during her time on Season 4 of Drag Race, but nobody expected the queen to leave the competition under such unusual circumstances.
What the hell is happening?
We thought her throwing up on the main stage would be the weirdest thing to happen during the episode, but we were wrong. After a lip sync between Fifi O'Hara and Sharon Needles, Ru oddly calls Willem forward and announces that she's being disqualified due to numerous instances of rule breaking.
Your actions have consequences, and I'm afraid you leave me no choice.
Willem has since told her side of the story, alleging that there was more going on behind the scenes. But viewers at the time were blindsided, especially since the contestant had won the main challenge that week. Number 3. Roxxxy Andrews reveals all. The roast challenge ends up being a breakthrough for season 5's Roxxxy Andrews. Sure, her comedy routine doesn't work, yet she comes prepared for the Whip My Hair lip sync, delivering the wig reveal that spawned countless others. That moment alone has us screaming, but there's more that follows once the performance ends. The Queen's harrowing story about her childhood trauma completely wrecks us, RuPaul, and everyone within earshot.
My mother left my sister and myself at a bus stop when I was 3, and I remember it like it was yesterday.
It's easy to get caught up in the stress and pressure of the competition, but this vulnerable moment gives everyone more insight into who Roxxxy is as a person, and it is striking.
I love you. I love you.
Number 2. Ben de la Creme eliminates herself. The All-Stars rules have given us many brutal and unforgettable eliminations, but none were as crazy as this one from All-Stars 3. In episode 6, Ben de la Creme is a frontrunner. She's won several challenges and once again earns the right to eliminate a queen from the competition.
Which of your all-star teammates have you chosen to get the chop?
She pulls out that fateful tube of lipstick and turns it to reveal her own name scribbled in whiteout. RuPaul is confused. Michelle Visage can't believe it. Her fellow All-Stars start sobbing on stage. But through the chaos, Bendela gracefully explains her reasons and how she's doing the best possible thing for her.
I love these girls. I think they all deserve a shot to win, and I'm incredibly grateful. I hope that you all can see that.
Talk about leaving your mark.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Valentina's masked lip sync. She's beautiful, she's a model, she does not know the words. Drag Race has seen a lot of fallen angels over the seasons, and Valentina is the prime example. In the most shocking moment in the show's history, the season 9 queen finds herself in the bottom 2 for the first time.
I'm sorry, but you are up for elimination.
Everyone is confused from the jump when she doesn't take off her face mask. After all, what is a lip sync without, lips? The tension increases when Ru stops the music and demands a redo. But the writing is already on the wall. Valentina doesn't know the song's lyrics.
In this moment, my mind is just at a blank. I don't remember the song. I just want to disappear.
By the time the mask is gone, so are her dreams of being America's next drag superstar.
I want to be here so bad. I don't want to go.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.